everyone, welcome to Beauty First in 10. I love makeup and I love football and I post weekly about both, so please hit subscribe. So today's going to be a beauty video, and if you're like me and travel a lot, then the 1-quart Ziploc bag that you are left to fill with all of your liquids can be challenging, especially once you've added your mouthwash, your toothpaste, baby's shampoo and conditioner, and styling products. There's not a lot of room left over for your skincare and your makeup that you might want to bring that is a liquid. So I'm going to give you some tips today for switching out your liquid products to more TSA approved items so that you can free up space in your liquids bag. Okay, the first item I'm going to talk about is one of my favorites. So if you're like me and need a makeup remover and a cleanser when you're traveling still, you probably have a bottle that looks like this. And this is a great makeup remover and cleanser, but it's 6 ounces, and so it's not going to go on the trip. So the two things that I use when I'm traveling is I have these little makeup eraser pads, and you put on this with some warm water, and this will take off all of your makeup, including waterproof makeup. And I got the little 7-pack size, so you get 7 of these little pads in this cute little bag, and they have new designs and colors that come out all the time, so you can find one that you like. And then I paired that with this product that I tried last year. I got a free sample, and now I'm on my second bottle. So this is Tatcha the Rice Polish, and I have it in Gentle. And this is a water-activated cleanser that you basically pour this out, and it pours out little powder exfoliants, and you mix that with water, and it makes a nice foam, and it's great as a cleanser after you've already removed your makeup with your makeup remover wipes. So this is meant I don't need to add any liquids to my liquid bag. Okay, so if you are like me, your skin is not going to be forgiving if you just decide not to do any skincare for, a week or 2 or 3 while you're traveling. So Tatcha comes to the rescue again, and I promise this is not sponsored by Tatcha, but they just have a lot of really great products for travel, and this is their serum stick. Very quick and to the point. This has squalene, it has antioxidants, and it has some skin smoothing agents in there. So it's also anti-aging and really feels good on the skin. So highly recommend this. So go ahead and switch out your bulky serum, whatever you're using, and switch over to the stick, and especially for travel, although it's great for regular times too. This will really save up space, and again, you have no liquids you need to add to your liquid bag. Okay, so if you're like me, you probably need moisturizer, at least at night, if not twice a day. And I have this one. This is the one by Lawless. This is their Line Plumping Smoothing Moisturizer that has been moved to a light-proof and airproof jar. But this is huge, and this isn't going to fit on my plane, and this isn't going to be coming with me. So instead, I encourage you to check out the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Barrier Balm. This is similar to the serum stick by Tatcha. So it comes out and it just glides along the skin. This also has squalene and hydrating ingredients, and is also good for your skin. So it's not exactly a moisturizer, but this is a great alternative for while you're traveling. The alternative is to truly get a tiny little size. This one is Youth to the People. This is their superfood moisturizer, and then this you can carry on. So, and I'll tell you one more thing. So if you're traveling and maybe you're just gonna be gone for a couple days and you're like, I don't wanna buy a stick, I don't wanna have to get a mini, then I encourage you to go to Sephora and pick out the moisturizer you want and ask them for a sample. They'll give you enough that will at least last you for a weekend of travel. So that's another kind of easy tip to do that you probably shouldn't do very often, but if you're just got a one-off that you're traveling and you need some extra room in your liquid bag, then that's great too. But otherwise, this Kiehl's will save you all the room you need in your liquids bag. Okay, so if you're like me, you can't go outside without burning. I mean, sometimes I really feel like I'm Dracula when I see the sun. And I usually have my Tatcha Silk Canvas sunscreen with me, and I do love this stuff. But again, it takes up space in my liquids bag, and that's just not gonna work. So instead I use this one by Live Tinted. This is their Hue Guard. It's SPF 50, water and sweat resistant. It's reef-friendly, and it also has good for you skin ingredients like vitamin E, antioxidants, rice extract, and also has cloudberry. So this is actually good for you to put on as well, which is not always the case with all sunscreens. So this comes as this little fun jelly balm, And then you basically just put this on your skin. It absorbs really nicely in. It also kind of gives a little bit of a nice glow. So definitely check this one out. And then a second alternative is this one by Tarte. And this is the Tarte Guard. This one is SPF 30. And this one comes as a powder. So you basically have the powder here and you activate it here, and that will shove the powder into the bristles, and then you can just put this all over your skin. This has come in very handy, and I have used this on many hiking, sightseeing, pool trips, Disney World adventures, because it just fits in my pocket and I can pop it out and I can put it all over my body. And it just gives you the ability to reapply without having to mess up your makeup. So definitely check this one out as well. Okay, so if you're like me and always have to have primer and the ones that you have are liquids or creams, then I encourage you to check out yet another one where Tatcha saves the day. And this is their Silk Canvas Primer. So this blurs, it protects, it has anti-age ingredients. And so it basically has this jar and you basically pick it up on your finger and then you warm it by the skin on your hands. And then you basically just put this all over. It works as a great primer. I had it as my general primer for years, and I still buy it and keep it in pretty heavy rotation. But when I travel, this is the only one I bring with me. So the other thing I'm going to encourage you to pick up is a mini or travel size of mascara. Sephora and Ulta sell tons of these. This is Cali Ray's Come Hell or High Water. This is a tubing mascara, but this is an easy way. You do go put this in your liquids bag, but it's tiny compact, and so you can bring this with you too. And then for concealer, you might have a lot of liquid concealers. I certainly do, but I picked up this new one in the Sephora sale, and this is the Stila Correct and Protect palette. And this I've really been enjoying. So it's got things to blur hyperpigmentation, under eye circles, redness, and then it's also got 2 powders so that you can blur and brighten as well. So definitely bring this with you. It is relatively slim, and it gives you a lot more options in your concealers. Okay, now for setting spray. So setting sprays are great, especially if it's hot and humid and you're going to be walking around outside and you don't want your makeup to melt off. But if you're looking for an option that is not a liquid, then check out the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Powder. So Urban Decay makes their All-Nighter spray, which is great. It does have alcohol in it, which is a little bit of a, off-put for me, but this setting powder works almost as good as their all-nighter powder. So there aren't many powders that I'd say, wow, this actually makes my makeup stay throughout the day, but this is definitely one of them. And then for foundation, I have a liquid foundation. I love this one by Euphoria, and this is what I wear a lot. But if I'm going on a plane, then I'm going to go with a stick foundation, and they are all the rage right now, but I'm going to give you some recommendations. So if you have dry skin, then check out the Fenty stick. This one is a little bit more moisturizing and will go better for you. If you have oily skin, then check out the Ilia one, because this one I think is going to be a little bit better. It's a little bit more drying, and I think this will work well for oily skin. Okay, and then if you have normal skin, well, lucky you, but also too, then this Merit, the Minimalist Stick, that is a concealer and also a foundation, I think this would work really well for you. And you probably have tons of powder blushes and powder bronzers, but there's this stick that I have from Dibs, and this is their blush duo. And so on one side I get a blush, and on the other side I get a bronzer. Well, blushes and bronzers that are powders aren't going to add to your liquids bag. This one is just a nice 2-for-1 product to just save on space. And then also saving on space, I encourage you to check out the Huda Beauty Baby Bakes. I have this one in peach pie, which I tell you, I rave about the peach pie. It is so good. But this is just another safe space one, and this is a great powder that is good for all occasions. So definitely check this out. And all of these products are cruelty free as always, and I will put them in the links down in the description box so you can check those out. Most of them are purchased at either Ulta or Sephora, so easy to get and easily accessible. And you might be wondering, have I ever used all of these together? And did my skin survive? And the answer is yes. A lot of these I actually just use on the regular in my normal skincare routine. That way, they get used up and I'm not just using them for travel. I will say that generally I have not had any issues. The sunscreen has worked, the moisturizer has kept me moisturized, and I've had nice flawless skin that isn't breaking out and looking shiny throughout the day. The setting powders have worked, the setting spray powder has worked. So definitely encourage you to check this out, and hopefully you found some products so you can free up some room in your liquid bag during your next travel experience. Happy shopping and happy adventures.